Today I'm going to share the optimal way to trade a Wolfe wave and share some top tips along the way so that you can help increase the success rate of your trades and filter out the bad setups. Welcome to the Forex Collective. I share trading strategies and educational videos to help you increase your trading profitability and ultimately grow your account faster. Hit the subscribe button now as I have a ton of videos coming up from feedback from you guys on what you want to see. Also, make sure to check out my website, forexcollective.net, and make sure to subscribe there too because I send out a ton of free content, and I also have a monthly newsletter where I share the exact trades that I am doing so you can follow along if you wish, and I also have my past performance there as well. So the Wolfe wave is a natural pattern found in the markets. Its basic shape shows the fight for balance or equilibrium and is ultimately a push and pull between supply and demand. And interestingly enough, this naturally occurring pattern was actually discovered and not invented when somebody was looking at patterns with supply and demand. So when looking at a Wolfe wave, there's really 5 key elements that you should be paying attention to that I think are important. Now I'm going to put up on the screen right now so you can jot them down. The first one is waves 3 and 4 must stay within the lines created by waves 1 and 2. So it just means that the waves 3 and 4 just can't be going wildly outside of the Wolfe wave pattern. It needs to stay channeled within there. Symmetry is very important. So waves 1 and 2 tend to equal in a time basis waves 3 and 4 when you add them together. Wave 4 always revisits the channel created by wave 1 and 2. For 4, there should be regular intervals between waves, usually on a time basis. So I'll share an example at the end with silver, but wave 1 seems to equal wave 3, and wave 2 is going to equal wave 4. Waves 1 and 2 are probably going to equal waves 3 and 4, so a lot of symmetry going on there. And the last one, the 5th one, this is usually quite important to me, is the tunneling line. So from point 1 to 4 should have a lot of strength. Now what does strength mean? It means that when we draw that line, that price action tends to use that line as support and resistance as it hits it or comes near it. So where can we find Wolfe waves? Well, we can find them in 3 places: in rising trends, and falling trends, and in consolidation periods. So basically everywhere you can find these occurring patterns, you just have to try and filter them out with criteria that seems to work for you. Now just remember that Wolfe waves, like many other strategies, are highly subjective, and I like to use them in combination with other trading strategies. So I like to really use Wolfe wave as a forecaster. The price is going to look for a reversal here at 0.5 and maybe a target down here at the tunnel line or so forth. But I like to have added confirmation with whatever other method you're using, whether it's indicators or candlesticks or patterns, whatever. I like to, really dial it down. I don't always just enter short at 0.5 or long at 0.5. I always make sure it's backed up by another strategy. So let's take silver as an example as of today. Now just keep in mind that a Wolfe wave is not a Wolfe wave until all 5 points are completed. So you can see we have not hit 0.5 right now. I'll pop it up on the screen, but it's probably highly likely that we will, and that's why I'm basing this example off of it. It's a real live example where we can follow along right now and see what happens. Now when we look at the chart, we can see that both lines are rising in the same fashion. So point 1 to 3 is uptrending, point 2 and 4 is uptrending and converging. That's very important, so we have that. And we can see that we have points 1, 2, 3, 4 established so far. So we can draw those lines and draw the tunneling line. And now if we start to break it down by symmetry to see what we have there, we can see that the yellow, so wave 1, is forecasting what wave 4 may look like. So we can see at what day that we think we might hit 0.5 at. We can also see that points or waves 2 and 3 are actually symmetrical right now, which is a very positive sign. And when we drew the tunneling line, we can see that price might not be touching it, but we can see that it's following it enough to say that that tunneling line probably has some strength with it. So if price did reverse at 0.5, we could look at taking profit when price gets near that tunneling line down further, or possibly exit earlier around 0.4 resistance. So having all that said, how am I going to look at using a geo to trade silver? Well, I'm going to wait for price to get to 0.5, which looks to be around $30 around the end of July. And when price gets there, I'm personally going to use price action, aka candlesticks, for myself to have a very bearish sign to look at going short. And then there's a couple ways you can look at doing take profit strategy. One, either the 1 to 4 tunneling line, which would be pretty far down. I usually like to get out at resistance at 0.4. So I would get out at that, which is around $24. So that's where I'd be looking to take profit. But again, the thing I need to stress is we need to confirm the bearish trade, right? So price could pop out or break out of the 1-3 channel line and actually end up doing a breakout strategy. So if it broke out too much, it might come out, back down, and then have a bullish sign, and then I'd actually look at going long, right? So Wolfe waves, I really like it, just forecasting where I think the initial direction is going to go, but then really back that up without a confirmation once we get there to increase our probability. So there we go. Those are 5 criteria that I like to use for identifying Wolfe waves, how I use them, where to find them, and what to look out for. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up and make sure to subscribe and check out my website. And if you have any questions, I'd love to hear them, so leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you next time.